Lavish fly.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video or even right now. Also, you can check out my previous videos. I also want to say thank you for 1K on my recent video. And this video today is going to be about things that we should leave in 2020, my unpopular opinions. Technically, when I upload this, it will probably be New Year's already, 2021. So this video is really just going to be my unpopular opinions, but I have a lot, and I'll figure out whether or not I want to put all of them in this video. If I don't, you can like for a part 2 because I have so many anyways. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to try to breeze through them and say what I have to say about them. And you guys can say what you want to say in the comments about them, or you can like or dislike this video. I mean, it's my opinion, and if you agree, you can say you agree in the comments or choose what you want to do with the information. But I'm just stating my opinion. Hopefully no one gets mad about this. It's for content purposes, but it is my opinion at the same time. The first unpopular opinion I have is people only supporting who is popular. So this is like a really common like thing that goes on, whether it being with like photography or modeling or entrepreneurship or clothing line stuff. People really, I feel like people in a lot of communities only support who they see has like a lot of following on social media or a lot of supporters or something. So people like to support the people who have that following instead of like people who are trying to help like people who are up and coming. Like they might only help their friend once, but after a while it's too much for them to keep doing. So I think that this should be left in 2020 because it's not nice to only support people who are popular because it's not really genuine. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to really talk too much about it because I have so many other opinions to get through. My next opinion, unpopular opinion, is unfollowing people on socials. So this means like following people just to unfollow because you care about your following count. So you're just following people and you care about how many people you're following, or unfollowing people who you know when you probably like get a lot of followers, and you start unfollowing people who you know from your childhood or people who you know that you've known your whole life that you've already been following, just because you care about your following count, or just because you want to unfollow people because you're now popular on social media, or you're an Instagram influencer or Instagram model, stuff like that. People should stop doing that, because if you keep doing that, when you look on your timeline, like in the future when all of this dies off, because nothing lasts forever, you're not going to be Instagram famous forever. Instagram might even die off in like a couple of years. You won't be able to see like your childhood friends or people who you know, like what they're doing, like just to see people that you know. You only see people that you do not know. There are other supporters that you don't even know personally in your life, if that makes sense. But that's what I mean. So it really doesn't make sense to unfollow people on socials unless they're a bot or a spam account, then yeah. But if it's like people who you know, or like other people, it really doesn't make sense. But I do understand when people don't follow people back that they don't know. That might make sense. But at the same time, sometimes it's locals that are unfollowing people or not following people back. Like you're not a celebrity, so I don't understand. If you're not a celebrity, I don't understand why you're doing this. But that's my unpopular opinion. Other unpopular opinion, this one might offend some people. I know when people are younger, as twins, you dress the same, but once you get to a certain age, like in high school, I don't know why twins like to dress the same, because a lot of people do this. I know it's like you do it for like photo shoots and stuff is okay, but like doing it all the time, like if you're in an event and then you come dressed the same or stuff, it just makes people think like you don't have your own like personality, and you still like are sharing like the same, like you're doing the same things. I just think like some people should be unique and not doing the same thing, because once you get to a certain age, especially if you're like 30 and you're dressing the same as your twin like every day, not just for like an event, then I don't know, it's just kind of, it's off to me. That's just my own opinion. So my next opinion is ungenuine friendships. A lot of people in our generation like to make friends with people just to make friends with them for like something that's gonna be beneficial to them, or they think will be beneficial to them. Like if it's of someone who's popular, or like a popular influencer or something, you might just want to be friends with them because of that reason. If it's someone who's a photographer, you might want to be friends with them so you can get free pictures. If it's someone who's a model, you might want to be friends with them to get them to model your stuff. Someone who owns a clothing line, you might want to be friends with them so you can get free clothes. Ungenuine friendships, or you just want to be friends with someone because of how they look, their image. Ungenuine friendships. I think that people should be friends with people for genuine reasons, because you like them, their personality, not because you like what they have or how they look or who they are, like their status or quo. That's just my opinion. Another opinion I have is this like new generation dressing of Y2K and stuff, the 2000s fashion and stuff. Some people have already been doing that and know how to make it look nice. A certain type of style that everyone is doing, like the whole of everyone, that it's no more unique. Like if everyone's doing it, then it's not a unique style. I know there's certain stuff like this, everyone wears plaid and stuff, that's something that's like a trend. But when you actually just wear the same style as everyone, then you're not really like unique. So that's just what I'm gonna say. And everyone is doing it, so the big clothes, the thrift thing, like the thrifted outfits and stuff, nothing is wrong with it. But when you're doing like the same exact stuff as someone else and not like spicing it up to your own type of style, then that's kind of like a problem. Sorry. Next one is repeating the same businesses. What I mean by that is like everyone wants to do like entrepreneurship, which is nothing wrong with it. But if you're repeating the same type of business as everyone else, then it's not really, once again, unique. Like everyone sells lashes and lip gloss. So if you see everyone sells lashes and lip gloss, why would you do it too? Because you should try and do something different. Because what's so like different from your brand of selling lashes and lip gloss than the beauty supply store? That's probably, you don't have to pay for shipping and you can just walk to it and go to the beauty supply store from your own brand. That's what I'm saying. People should come up with things that are unique and not just repeating the same business because you see your friend is doing it too. That's just my opinion. So the next unpopular opinion is HBCUs, the HBCU versus PWI conversation. This conversation at this point is very tiring. Both types of institutions are schools, whether you like it or not. Some might be more prestigious than the other, or more like challenging than the other, but I don't think people should like be putting them back to back, because at the end of the day, when you graduate, everyone is still getting the diploma, so it really doesn't matter. I don't know why people still like to like drag it all the time. Like, I'm sorry, but like Howard students and others, like they like to do the HBCU versus PWI debate. People should just stop doing that debate of as a whole, because it's tiring, and I don't know why you want to say your school's better than another school. Unless someone personally insults your school, then there's no reason for you to keep like talking. And it shouldn't even be an HBCU versus PWI thing. Just say what your school has, and that's it. You don't have to keep like dragging it and saying, oh, my school has this because it's an HBCU, or you should do this, blah blah. You can advise people to go to HBCU if you want to, if that's what you are, an advisor for high school seniors or people in school. But you don't have to say like HBCU is better than PWI or PWI is better than HBCU. Like, no one cares. It's a degree at the end of the day. Funny, but having an unpopular opinion is not a personality trait. Like, it's just your own opinion. It's not a personality trait. You're just telling people your opinion, so you shouldn't think it's a personality trait. So this one is like well said. So you don't need any elaborations on that. You should know what I mean. This one might offend some people, but Among Us, the game, is boring, especially if you are not the imposter. It is boring. If you keep getting crewmate, it is boring. You can't really do too much in the game. It's like, even Minecraft is better. Like, you keep doing the same thing and you can't really like go from that. I just think it's a boring game. I think it just became popular because of quarantine, honestly, but the game is boring, so that's just my opinion. Some of my offend some people too, but people who are very like obsessed with astrology, like the signs and stuff, like, why? It doesn't, some people like really believe in it, but I don't know. This stuff is like, you shouldn't be obsessed with stuff with astrology, honestly, because it's just doesn't make any sense. And then the body oils, the sages and the chakras and stuff, and trying to be fake spiritual and stuff, it's really like, it's all of a trend right now. And manifestation, the books, and buying people's books and stuff. Why, like, why would you buy someone else's book that's telling you how to do something, become a boss, or manifest stuff? Like, who are they? They're not even someone who has a degree. Like, they might have got a college degree, but some of these people don't even have degrees, and they're telling you how to do something or whatever. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Or they're telling you how to be spiritual and stuff. It doesn't make sense. So that's just my opinion. Another unpopular opinion I have is it's okay to outgrow people. You know, some people are bad for you, or you just get tired of them, or you know, you go to different stages of life, so you are not friends with certain people anymore. So that's okay. You don't have to force yourself to, or still keep being friends with certain people. It's okay to outgrow different friendships, in my opinion. Another unpopular opinion I have is Shein, the company, is tacky. I'm sorry, but certain stuff from, like, I didn't know they have like a lot of like different stuff on the website. Like, you can get like even the decorations and stuff, not just clothes. Some of the stuff is nice, but it's come to the point where everyone shops there now and everyone has the same stuff. And if you walk down the street, you will know where someone got their stuff from, because everyone has the same stuff from Shein. That's the thing. It's nice when you can pick like some pieces and stuff from it, but like at this point, the quality of the clothes is not even like very like good. That's the thing. I think people just like it because it's cheaper. But now I think they found out that everyone likes the stuff, so they've already made some stuff not cheap anymore. So I just think like everyone wears the clothes now, so everyone knows where a person got their stuff from, so it's not really unique anymore. But if you like it, then yeah, you can buy it. But I think the website should make another, there should be something else people use. Like the website Shein is, and the stuff doesn't even look like the picture sometimes, and that's the thing with Pretty Little Thing too, that it's also becoming tacky. So unpopular opinion about podcasts. Podcasts are nice. I don't listen to podcasts, but it's a thing now in the generation that people like to do now, going on podcasts or listening to podcasts, which is fine. But when people are on podcasts telling you about something that has to do with like mental health or different types of things, and they're not even licensed or have a degree and stuff, and you're actually listening to them, it doesn't make sense to listen to people who don't know what they're talking about, who are not licensed with the podcast. You know, if it's someone telling about their own experiences, that's fine. But if it's someone who's telling you how to live your life and they don't even have a license or a degree, then I just think that doesn't make sense to do. My next unpopular opinion is Money Heist and the show Power is boring. I've tried so many times to watch this show, but I don't know why it's overhyped because there's way better shows out there. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The triple S Balenciagas, the shoe that has the big sole on it, that shoe is ugly. I don't really like the shoe. People bought the shoe, I guess, because it's Balenciaga and it's expensive, but the shoe itself is not a nice shoe, in my opinion. The whole, this has become like trending a little bit right now, but like the whole MK and Coach bag thing, it's not like, the bags have been overused, so like now they don't really hold the same value that they did maybe a couple of years ago. They're over, it's outdone, it's outused, but that's what I would just say. But that's my unpopular opinion. Yeah, MK and Coach bags are outdone, outused, but you can still buy if you want to. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Back with the other unpopular opinions about like unfollowing and stuff like that. It's locals thinking that they're celebrities and faking a luxury life and people actually believing them and stuff. If you're local, I see you like every day on social media, or I went to like school with you, or I see you all the time in the community or whatever, then you're not like a celebrity really. So I don't know why people like to pretend like they are, because they're not about the life. But that's just my opinion. My next unpopular opinion is jumpsuits with corsets. I'll put a picture up here, but you know when people wear like the jumpsuit and then the corset on top of the jumpsuit. I don't know why people, I don't know, or corsets in general with like outfits on dresses and stuff. I don't know. I think like maybe it's because a couple of celebrities wore it, like Kylie or Rihanna, they wore it on top of like dresses or something, I think. But I think this was like in 2015, but people are still doing it in 2020. You know, style changes over years, but when you still keep doing like the same thing, then I don't know what to say. The jumpsuits on the corsets, it needs to stop, because it's like everyone is wearing the same thing. On your birthday, you wear the same jumpsuit, corset on top of jumpsuit. So the clear heels and clear platform heels, because when you wear, I'll put into a picture, when you wear the clear heels after a long day, they start to fog up and it doesn't look nice in the picture anymore. So that's why I would say that those are not, I don't like them. They're not cute anymore. And then the platform clear heels, the ones that have like the really thick bottom and they're clear and then they're high, those ones are not nice because they look like dancer like heels, and then you wear it with like an outfit that's supposed to be classy and then you wear the thick heel. It doesn't make like sense. Like I don't think it's something that people should be wearing. I think dancers wear it. It's not meant for going out for dinner and stuff. So that's what I would say. This unpopular opinion is the obsession with age. So I feel like in this generation right now, like there's a huge obsession with people's ages. Like as soon as people find out how old you are, they feel like you're supposed to be doing certain things, or you're not supposed to be doing certain things, or you're supposed to be at a level of achievement at that age. Or, you know, like for example, if you're like 20 years old, you think you should have had your license, or if you're just now getting it, then you're getting it late. Or if you're buying it, if you haven't bought a house at 25 and you think that you're late into the game. People have different stories. People have different things, it's different stages they do. Not everyone has to have the same stage of life and doing like the same thing. You don't have to have a certain thing or certain things done by a certain age. I don't know why people like to make it seem like in this generation you have to have certain, I'm gonna insert like tweets and stuff, you have to have a house by a certain age, a car by a certain age, or license by a certain age, finish school by a certain age. People have different lives and stuff. So when you, like, people will get a car and say, got a car at 15, like, people can get a car at any age. It really doesn't matter or got a house at 25 or got a house at 22. Just say you got a house. You don't have to attach an age to everything, every accomplishment that you do or every achievement, because then you're just making other people feel like they have to do certain things or they have to be at that certain level. Because let's be honest, people look at social media and kind of like correlate it to their own life and feel like they have to do certain stuff. So you're just making people feel bad at this point if you're telling people they have to do something, you know. Another thing is obsession with teen years and youth. Like, it's okay to grow up. You don't have to be obsessed with like this different stuff like that, because then you're just making people feel bad who are 19 years old and are about to leave their teen years. You're making people feel bad and think that it's not okay to grow up, which it is, because it's really not all that. High school stuff is really not all that. After that, it gets better. So I don't know why people like to have an obsession and make it seem like, oh, being a minor or being below the age of being in your teen is so like luxurious and so nice and stuff, which is really not, because some people can't do the things that you keep putting online or on TikTok and stuff, which is another thing. TikTok and stuff, the obsession with, like, there's an obsession, I know you guys have seen it, I could probably post some TikToks on here too, but the obsession with age on TikTok of this is how you should be doing stuff, skateboarding or doing things and having fun with friends and stuff. Some people can't do that, so I don't know why there's an obsession with that. I guess it's for marketing. And also in movies and as well, every movie is always dedicated to teenagers all the time, when there should be more movies dedicated to young adults and over, because it just makes people feel like it's not okay for them to grow up, or saying that a certain age is depressing or bad to turn, and then other people see it and feel like that it's depressing to turn to that age. Like, it's dumb. Everything is okay, or thinking that your 20s are old, or you should be doing certain stuff in those ages, when in reality, in my opinion, I feel like your 20s are still your 20s are still being a kid, in my opinion. I think your late 20s is when you're more of like an adult, but you're not old. But I still think your 20s are you still being a kid. I think in the world, society believes that once you like reach your 20s and stuff, you're like older and stuff, which is not true, because some people are still finding themselves in their 20s and don't know what to do, just like how they were when they were not in their 20s. So I don't know why people like to make it seem like you're not a kid in your 20s when you really are. I think when you approach your later 20s, that's when you should start getting more mature. The next unpopular opinion I have is obsession with YouTube couples, because the majority of the time, these YouTube couples, the content is fake and it's just for, you know, entertainment purposes only, and you shouldn't be obsessed with couples and stuff, because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors in their life. They might not be as perfect as they put themselves out to be online. That's just my opinion. Another thing is obsession with female rappers, baby moms, like Ari, Jada, and Kylie. I'll put their pictures here. Or obsession with female Instagram models or influencers. You shouldn't be obsessed with anyone. You should look up to your own self. But yeah, you can look at them for like fashion inspo and stuff, but you shouldn't be obsessed with people who you don't know and making them your lock screen and stuff. It just doesn't make any sense, because you don't know them and they're a person just like you. But it's weird when people want to live the same life as rappers, baby moms, because you see that their rapper person's like buying them stuff in all cars, bags and stuff. You shouldn't want to be that person, because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. People put a lot of stuff on social media just for social media, so other people can want to live like them, but behind closed doors they might not be living the way that they put it on social media. Not everyone's glitter is all gold. That's a quote that I live by: buying the same piece of fashion. Like, for example, I mean, you can, but like when everyone is doing that, then it really makes things become tacky faster. For example, things just become tacky faster when people wear like the same stuff as people. Honestly, I'm sorry. You can buy the same stuff, like you can buy something that you like, but you shouldn't just buy because you see everyone buying it, because then you add onto the bandwagon, and then the specific piece becomes untrendy. Next unpopular opinion I have is cleavage and thinking it's fashion. You know, when there's like obscured or obsessed like cleavage, and then people post like themselves wearing like, I mean, you're free to wear whatever you want. Once again, it's my opinion. But when I see people with like obsessive cleavage or showing like a lot, I don't think like that looks nice or that it's fashion. I just think like it's a bunch of cleavage. Yeah, I really think it's a bunch of cleavage. I don't think it looks really like nice or, you know, classy, in my opinion. I don't think it's fashion when you put out cleavage. In my head, I just think you're putting out cleavage. You don't have to be like I think it's because everyone looks at all these influencers like Cardi and Megan and all of them that like to expose and wear like a lot of cleavage, but that's them. You don't always have to do it too. The unpopular opinion is people thinking that drinking and smoking is having fun or living. Traveling is having fun. Traveling can be considered living. Drinking and smoking is not living. You're just doing that. Anyone can do that. So it's not living or whatever. You don't have to have fun to do those two things. You can have fun without doing those two things. I don't know why people like to make it seem like doing those two things equates to like or equals to having fun or living. Maybe it's because of the movies that people put out. That's another thing. Tattoos is another unpopular opinion. Just getting a tattoo for no reason. People getting tattoos just because they saw someone get a tattoo, or people just getting tattoos because someone got a tattoo, or it's popular right now to get a tattoo, and then you just get a random tattoo that you saw someone else get. Because a lot of people's tattoos don't look nice. They just look like they just picked a random tattoo to tattoo on themselves. Like, for example, one that's popular right now is the butterfly one. What correlation does that, like, what's the significance of you getting the tattoo? Or if it's not just because it's a popular thing right now in 2020 to get the butterfly tattoo or the rose tattoo that's been there since like forever, or like getting a tattoo for like a popular show right now, or a popular phrase, or a popular band right now, because nothing lasts forever. And maybe 20 years from now or 10 years from now, someone's like, your tattoo's not gonna make any sense because you just got it. And they also wash away and they also fade away. So I just think if you're gonna get it, that's your own business, but you should at least pick one that looks nice or has like a meaning or something to it. My last popular opinion is cancel culture. My thing with cancel culture is that I feel like people have no life these days, and they just spend, I don't know if it's even before quarantine happened, people were going online on Twitter and searching celebrities' old tweets. And then when you find what you find, you're surprised. You were searching to find what you wanted to find, and then you become surprised. And then they want to cancel the celebrity. And then they talk about it all the time, so you're not really canceling the person because you're still keeping them trending. Like when they canceled or wanted to cancel Doja Cat or Nella Rose, it was trending on Twitter because you still keep talking about it. If you're gonna cancel someone, let's just not call it canceling. If you don't want to support someone anymore, stop buying their music, stop talking about them, and just do it in silence. You don't have to tell everyone that's what you're doing, or do it online and tweet about it all the time. Just do it in silence, and you stop buying it. Stop trying to get other people to do it with you and cancel the whole person at once. Because if you were the same person who tweeted that thing, you wouldn't want people to do that to you. I understand if people have said like a lot of like hurtful stuff, or they said something, whatever, but just stop buying their stuff and stop supporting them. You don't have to make it a whole big deal. And when you people say that you're canceling, you don't always cancel. You still go back and listen to the person or support the person and buy their stuff. So what was the purpose of you saying that you're going to cancel them if you're still going to support them in a couple of months or so? Most of those tweets that these people like tweeted, they were like when they were like way younger. Let's be honest, when people are younger, they're going through like a lot of different stuff, so they might tweet different things. And that's another thing. You'll say like with what's her name, with JT from City Girls, stop talking about her and just stop doing her stuff. Stop supporting her. Stop supporting her music in silence. The problem is that you people still like the music. Like with Doja Cat, you still like the music, but you want to cancel and you're trying so hard. Do what you want to do. You don't always have to be in everyone's business. If people are doing something that you don't like, correct them. Everyone is human. Not everyone is perfect. You correct them. You don't have to cancel someone just because of one or a couple of things that they did. Just correct them. Everyone is human. Everyone makes mistakes. You don't have to cancel people or telling someone that they shouldn't be doing something at a certain age. Like, once again, like I said, she was still, JT, for example, she was still young when she made those tweets. Even if she's 24, 25, that is still young. Like I said, that to me is still considered a kid because you're still growing and developing. When someone is doing stuff like this at like later ages, like maybe 60 or stuff like that, when they're elderly, then yeah, then that's their personality forever. But if they're doing stuff while they're still youth, then they're still growing and changing. Then it's not their personality. So I don't know why people try and make it seem like people should be doing certain things or shouldn't be saying certain stuff and doing a fake like cancel culture. But that's just my opinion. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you have different opinions or you share the same opinion, you can comment down below. If you did not like this video, once again, it's my opinion. But I hope everyone has a good new year and enjoyed their Christmas and their holidays and enjoyed spending time with family. I hope this video was entertaining.